Hey Simon, I just finished watching your video, so I wanted to just show you. We talked about the my indicator the other day, and this is just a little snapshot of it. I'll just give you a little quick rundown of it. I think you might be interested in it because when I saw you drawing the lines, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the same thing. So I'm just taking the bottom pivots. So there's three phases. Phase one is a solid line that hasn't been touched yet, and then once it is touched and broken, it becomes broken. I have dashed, and then a color changes in phase two depending on what side it's going to be on. And then once it reaches a certain point, distance, then it terminates. And phase three is a termination zone. I just have that colored as orange, just showing that it's going to terminate off. But needless to say, I was watching how you were talking about the pullbacks, and you see how it breaks through, comes through, pulls back. We see it all day long, pulls back. There's a little tiny wick right there. Comes back, comes here, pulls back, up, pulls back. It's just all day long. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I thought you might be interested in it, but I'll just go like a little fast speed on it. But so these will stay around until they get broken, or those will stay around until they get broken. Oh, yeah, hold on, I guess I was going a little too fast around the open, so I could slow it down. But anyway, these will stick around until they get breached, and then once they get breached, they'll stick around for a little while, and then they eventually terminate out. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you what this was, just to we're on the same page. I think you're drawing your lines a little differently than I am. I'm using the Ninja Rankos. I like them only because they're uniform versus the minute charts, and I really never got into the minute charts as much, but it doesn't really matter. There's you have the ability to put 2 time frames in here. So if you wanted to put one time frame as minutes and the other one is or a 5-minute and a 15-minute, you could do all that. So here I could even so let's do this. Let me come back. Here I just changed this to a 5-minute chart, and I had to change some numbers here a little bit just for measurement wise. Anyway, it just shows you a little bit. So these are all. Here's just some demand down here because nothing's been breached. It's kind of building up, and I can just go faster. So it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. If you want to plot multiple time frames on one chart, you could do that too. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I just want to share it with you, see if any thoughts. And I'd like to ultimately, so that's what I want to do with the supply and demand is I want to be able to identify this and then put it inside the strategy. So thoughts on that? All right, thanks.